pro tip of the day, talking about batteries. My last customer tightened these connectors so tight to the terminal that when I went to remove them, it was literally impossible. I was unable to get the negative terminal off. I barely got the positive one off. And here's the thing. The top post on a battery, these are made out of lead. Now, when this lead right here is tightened down under pressure, it actually becomes malleable. And this connector right here, this circle piece, will actually, when it's over tightened, will actually embed itself to the terminal. And then as the vehicle drives and it gets really hot, well, of course, this is getting hot with it, and it literally just cooks itself to it. And this is what a lot of people do when they go to take off their connectors, is they can't get it off, so they wiggle, and pull and up and down, and they do all these things, right? What is actually happening when they actually finally do get the connector off? What's actually happened is they've wiggled and shaved down this terminal. This right here, this lead top post has been shaven down, and you always know because when this finally comes off, there'll be shavings all right here. What happens is that this top post gets really skinny over time, and then no matter how tight this connector is, it'll never stay onto the connector because of the fact that it's been squeezed so tight and it's lost a lot of its width. So with that said, just tighten it down tight enough to where it doesn't move, it doesn't wiggle, and at that point just stop. No more tightening. And then if you're really on edge about, is it tight enough, is it gonna stay on, drive it around, let the car get warm, let the battery and everything get hot, come back out later and wiggle it. If nothing's wiggling or moving, it's good. Leave it just the way it is. So here's the other thing. Whenever removing a connector from a top terminal, you can see I've taken this into a shop here a while back, and they gave it back to me with my whole top end all beat up. You can almost see the indentations in it. How that happened, I'm unsure, but you can tell that this was, you can see that this was wiggled all the way around this top edge until it rounded it out. You can see all the damage right here compared to this side where it's all like relatively smooth and it's a full circle, but all over here, damage. So when loosening this connector, loosen it all the way. And sometimes, you know, even when doing it, this piece right here that's supposed to give a gap, it a lot of times doesn't actually give a gap. So what I'll do is I'll come out with like a plastic trim tool and I'll stick it in there and I'll wedge it and I'll open that up as much as I can. The reason why is because when I lift this off, I don't want to be twisting, wiggling, and pulling up and down, because again, that's going to cause damage and it's going to start shaving the inside of that area to where the top piece is going to be fatter than the bottom piece. It's going to literally become skinny and narrow. So that's a pro tip of the day. Please do just snug the battery because they will be extremely difficult to get off. Hope this information was helpful. If you have any questions, feel free to reach out. Have a great day.